Yes guys, today I'm going to do a little tutorial for you to show you how easy it is when you tear your hair system. Let's find out how to fix our biggest nightmare. Before I crack on with today's video guys, please do not forget to subscribe. I'm building a nice little tribe here and I'd like to get you on board too. Whack that notification bell, it will let you know whenever I make new content, and let's get more guys going DIY. That's my job here. So before I get into the tutorial, I'd like to say, if you end up tearing your system at one side, for instance, where actually a whole part of the system's been torn off, I don't really think that is fixable. There are places that can fix those problems for you. You send them off, you pay them a fee and you get it back. That's not going to be within the remit of this video. That's up to you, and you'd need to speak to a professional who specialises in repairs to work out basically whether it's worth the investment or just worth getting a new hair system. I'm going to be dealing with more minor tears that are fixable. What I will say is it's not as hard as you think. There is one option which I've never tried myself before, but it's basically where you sew the tear back together. I'm going to be frank with you guys, I have no idea how to sew. I've never done it in my life. I've not really got any inclination to do it, but it doesn't really matter because there is another solution which is much easier and it only costs a couple of quid. It's called Walker tape, base tape. Now the great thing about this is that it's basically designed for tears, and it's one-sided. So unlike most hair tapes which are double-sided for the purpose of sticking to the system and sticking to your scalp, this is single-sided. So the whole idea behind it is that you put the tape on where the tear is. As you can see, it's right there. This is an old system of mine, so I thought it would be really good to use as an example. But the problem is when you tend to use double-sided tape to fix a problem like this, the other side sticks to the scalp, and when you remove the system, it makes it much more likely to increase the tear even more, to make the tear wider, to the point where it might actually become unfixable, or you've got to pay a lot of money to get someone professional to fix it for you. We don't want that. So with the one-sided tape, because it doesn't stick to your scalp, it obviously causes a lot less, it doesn't cause any friction when it's attached to your head, and when you basically rebond or remove and rebond the system, again, it won't stick to your scalp, so it's unlikely, very unlikely, to increase the tear even more. The great thing about this tape is as well that you can keep it on for a really long time. So I'd used this previously and I'd kept it on the tear a couple of systems ago. I tore the system very early on and I kept the tape on, and it stayed good for a couple of months before I had to remove it and then put another one on. You do have to be a little bit delicate when you're removing it. Just be a little bit delicate, you know, give it some TLC, be careful with it. Remember, the system is more delicate when it's got a tear in it. It tears more easily, so please be mindful of that. Right, so let's crack on. This really is extremely easy, guys, and this tape does exactly what it says on the tin. It's not rocket science. So first off, you want to get a decent idea of how long the tear is, and based off of that you can get an idea of how big or how long the tape needs to be. So it's a tear of about that length, so I'm going to go slightly longer with my tape, and let's just cut it. I want to make sure this is sort of caught in the camera. So you just want to make sure that you're covering the whole tear, and actually you want to have a bit of leeway each side as well, and that should stick pretty well. What I wouldn't do is when you've got, it almost looks like a plaster, doesn't it? I suppose it kind of is. It kind of patches over a problem within the system, a tear within the system. What I wouldn't do is within the first 24 to 48 hours, I personally wouldn't wash your hair with shampoo. You need to give this tape time to really bond to the base itself. So please be mindful of that. I'd say you could probably keep this on for upwards of a month. I think when I did it for 2 months, I probably went a bit too long with it. I don't think it requires you to have it on for that amount of time. I was just low on tape, on all base tape. I can't believe I forgot the name of that. It's so easy to remember. All base tape. No, it's not even all base tape. It's base tape. Walker base tape. Please make sure you get this. This is available everywhere, by the way. This is available on Amazon, Holistique, all of those kind of places. That it is really easy to find. What you can also do, if you want to, you can double up just to give yourself that extra bit of protection. It's not something I'd do, but it's a choice that you have. You can choose to do it or you can choose to not do it, but it just gives you, if you do it like the crisscross route, it just gives you that extra bit of protection. The thing as well with this tape I really like is it's really flexible, and on this side, so this is the side that would be on your scalp, it's actually really soft to touch, so it's unlikely to cause much irritation. For the first couple of weeks, you probably will feel it there, but after that, I think your brain just adjusts and you wouldn't even notice that it's there. So that's it for today, guys. If you do tear your system, always try base tape first to see if you can fix it. Something like that, really easily fixable. It's pretty comfortable to wear as well. It holds for quite a long time. This is about £5. It's 6 yards long, so it will last you a really long time when you think about it, when you consider how often you get tears. Probably not that often. So a really, really useful investment. In the description box below, I will put the details as to where you can buy this. I'll also whack in my coupon code for 15% off Vivid Hair Systems. So please don't forget about that if you want a nice chunky discount. Another thing that tends to happen when systems get older is hair shedding, so system coming through the base. I'm going to put a video up for you now so you can check that one out, because I've got some solutions to that as well. Because remember guys, we want to be getting as long as possible out of these systems, and these kind of solutions really do help get you that extra couple of months out of your unit. Cheers for tuning in guys, until next time, bye for now.